Political commentators and others say unusual alliances led to the defeat of all four constitutional amendments.
Sabrina Wilson explains.
Politics sometimes makes for strange bedfellows. A lot of religious organizations on the right allied with progressive and liberal organizations on the left on a vote no on all four amendment campaign. It was incredibly successful.
65% of Louisiana voters said no to Amendment 1, which would have given the Louisiana Supreme Court jurisdiction to discipline out-of-state lawyers and legislators authority to create specialty courts. The same percentage of voters rejected Amendment 2, which would have rewritten Article 7 of the Constitution, which deals with revenue and finance, the income tax rate, and more. It would have also made a $2,000 teacher stipend a permanent pay raise. 66% of voters said no to Amendment 3, which would have made it easier for lawmakers to expand the list of crimes for which juveniles could be tried as adults. And 64% of voters voted against Amendment 4, which would allow for the use of the earliest possible election date to fill judicial vacancies. Mike Sherman is Fox 8's political analyst.
The two things that turn voters out very often are your pocketbook and your freedom. For minority voters, the risk of juveniles being charged as adults for more crimes. For religious organizations, fearful they would lose their tax exemptions and have to pay more in taxes. Those two things formed a basis for a much higher voter turnout than was initially anticipated.
I think on Saturday, Louisiana voters sent a very clear message, which is if you're going to try and change our state's constitution, you can't do it through trickery and deceit.
William Most represented individuals who sued to keep Amendment 2 off the ballot.
It would destroy constitutionally protected funds for education and child health care. It would limit local control over some taxes, and it would increase taxes or allow for increases on taxes on some things and narrow constitutional protections for churches and religious organizations.
Governor Landry said in response, "We realize how hard positive change can be to implement in a state that is conditioned for failure. We will continue working to give our citizens more opportunities to keep more of their hard-earned money and provide a better future for Louisianans." Landry also blamed billionaire George Soros, who's given to liberal causes in the past.
I may not be an expert in Louisiana politics, but I'm pretty sure that 2/3 of Louisiana voters are not George Soros funded far-left liberals.
The president of the Louisiana Association of Educators says we respect the outcome of the election and remain committed to doing what's in the best interest of all educators across the state. And the president of the Louisiana Federation of Teachers says with the defeat of Amendment 2, funding for future teacher pay raises remains uncertain.